Anyone? Please? Hey, there we go. Oh, and actually... Oh no. Right. Paralyze. How about that? Cancel gets rid of statue and it kills me, calling it now. Well, aha! I have no statue for it to get rid of. I can become paralyzed and die embarrassingly that way, though. No one's money's on that yet. Also, thank you, JPlay Twitch, for the follow. I appreciate it. So there is that will ring, but I don't know if I want to switch to that versus just swapping over to Arga here. I think I'm gonna go with Arga. Recast statue form. Then I'm reading summoning. I'm reading summoning. And this is our life now. Let's swap places with you. We're slightly safer while still being terrified, but at least all of our dragons are now getting enraged, so that's pretty sweet. I'm gonna keep backing up into my crowd though. And 3 orbs of fire, that is terrifying. Okay, we hardly knew you. Oh, it's tricky. It was a good run. No, I have no doubt this will go perfectly fine. Let's draw 4 summoning. See what we get out of it. I don't even know what you are. An iron golem. How about that? Okay, go gadget killer squad. Should also quaff a haste before I forget. Let's do that now. And the orbs of fire are gonna make short work of a lot of my army here, unfortunately. Thought the plan was to cancel, but I guess we're rolling now. Unfortunately, yeah, everything was already chasing us down. I was hoping to get to a safe place, but hey, good old fight all the lungs at once. We do our best here. So the question now, I think, becomes, do I want to blink immediately? I wish that TA didn't cost an entire turn. Someone's make bad choices. It's just, yeah, part of the issue, unfortunately. You just have to let them do what they will sometimes. But I think what we're gonna do here is blink to up here, and then we're gonna keep some of this strategy going. But I want to be at an avenue to escape if necessary. Question becomes, before I do that, do I want to read more summoning? Because I think summoning is the way to go here. Make sure that we're getting Zot level monsters, which is pretty nice. And if we get another infusion of that, we might be okay. And you agree TA should just trigger a shout on your next action, right? It would be nice. Treat it like D&D rules, where as long as you're saying something short enough, it doesn't count as a full action. But let's take a brief moment once again here. What is one scroll better than 4 cards? I actually think so, for the most part. The cards are really good, kind of mid-game. I mean, they're still pretty solid when we're coming up on 24 invocations. But unfortunately, they usually don't quite have the oomph that we're going for. Thing is, if I read blinking now, it's a little bit harder to get to the stairs. You'd prefer if someone's had something like standing orders, like be aggressive, be defensive, attack when provoked. That would be nice. That'd be a good quality of life improvement for sure. You blink to back up. I think we want to, but again, I'm concerned that we blink here and then everything crowds around us. And then we're in a rough spot, especially if the stairwell gets a little overrun. Versus if I can leave a lot of bodies here to block the way, there's a chance. The question of the hour is, do I die in the attempt? 7% chance on the paralyze is honestly too high, if you ask me. I don't like that. Multiple orbs of fire, of course, doing their thing. Oh, I should definitely have Death Channel running. Oh, can I afford to do it here? I think I will. See how much damage we take from all the fire, because it will be a lot, even with 3 pips of fire resistance. More than I would like. And then, are we winning or losing this fight? You guess losing? It looks like it, unfortunately. Slowly but surely. So do I want to blink now? Let's do it. Can still see my summons, so they're at least still doing their thing, which is nice. Oh gosh, all Draconians is not what we wanted to see, though. The issue with the getting out here is we're still in kind of a rough spot. I guess not so much, because we can dig our way in, which is going to be the only way to go about this, I feel. And the Lich's Abjuring, that does make a lot of sense. But, okay, can I take out any of this on my way? Because now we're one quick stop away from just getting out of dodge. So I'd like, if possible, to kill this Orb of Fire. That might be a little ambitious, though. So, is it an appreciable possibility? I'm going to throw out acid here. It will hit my friend, but that's a price I am willing to pay. I was very much hoping to corrode the Orb of Fire, because that's what would have made it worth it. At least this time I'm shooting the acid through a worse Draconian on my side. Don't feel quite as guilty. And here's where I'm going to throw out the Condenser Vein. Give me some acid clouds. Oh, negativity is not good. I guess it works on the killer clowns. It works on you, just not on all the Lich buddies. Okay, this is definitely a little bit smoother now. The question becomes, what more do I want to throw at the problem before we just get out of dodge? Let's go with another Acid Blast. I would like not to hit my last Draconian there, but c'est la vie, it is what it is. And now we have the Orb of Fire. In close combat, I mean, no training on Arga. Attack delay is 0.9 with no training with haste. So that's kind of interesting. Probably should just think about getting out of here. I really want to kill at least one of the Orbs of Fire. One of these Orbs of Fire, I should say. Because otherwise it's going to be a little bit nasty. Let's step to the stairs at the very least. Idea type bad. Guess we should start swinging. What? No, I don't see how that could possibly go wrong. I'm gonna drink a heal. Somebody's gonna die eventually. There we go. Lose the ability to read scrolls when threatened. You hate to see it. Oh, and that's actually not great either. Why didn't you tell me I'd have 2 Orbs of Fire, kids? Okay, I'm going to read teleportation now. Well, we still can. Perfect. And now we have to be careful of how many turns I spend here, because the idea is that I want to strand this buddy upstairs. Alternatively, I go upstairs now, actually. I no longer need willpower, so we can switch to our Lagitang. Cannot grab you with zombie hands. You know, that makes a certain amount of sense. Let's just irradiate you. I feel stupid. Don't call me out like that, game. I mean, you're right, but I already get enough of that from myself. I don't need you to tack on, you know? Now, reading the teleport feels dumb, because this buddy is going to be so close to dead. Or I'm going to take some nasty hits and feel like a genius. It really could go either way. Regardless, do I dare radiate again, putting me up to dangerous contamination levels? Or do I just swing a couple of times to see what we get? I'm going to irradiate one more time because it's likely to kill you. We are super contaminated, but we'll see. No mutations. Perfect. We do have to get rid of the ones we already had. I don't want to lose resistance to fire, but losing ability to read scrolls when taking damage is well and truly awful. So, here goes nothing. Body shape returns normal. We get frail. Still not great. Horns grew some more though. Any more of that, we're gonna lose our head, or our hat more like it. And there we go. We feel strong-willed. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Frail sucks. Occasionally shouting uncontrollably. I mean, we already woke up the whole place. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. We lost our resistance to fire as well, unfortunately, but the willpower is honestly way bigger of an advantage than any of those, because I need to not get paralyzed, really. At the end of the day, that's going to do a heck of a lot for the whole not dying miserably thing. So, let's get statue form back up, and let's see. Any friends? I see one friend. I would like to pop around the corner here. I guess Balrog on their own is not too bad. Definitely take that. In fact, let's just reach out and grab you as well. I'd like it if just the Dreadlich lands next to me. Perfect. That way we can always run up the stairs and separate them from their summons. But we should be a-okay. Love it. Cleave value, yeah. It's pretty funny that scary endgame monsters in this game are orbs of fire and clowns. Especially orbs of fire seem... I mean, the tile is bigger than your character, but when you read their description, they're actually just like tiny itty-bitty balls of flame. Essentially, somebody just like filled their hand up with gas out of a lighter and then made a little fireball. And that's what we're all desperately terrified at any given moment. Terrified of, I should say. And the dreadful cursed toes, can't forget about them. But array is always your orb of fire strategy. You don't have a high % win rate. Honestly, that's a good strategy though. In a vacuum, that's definitely the right way to go. Let's just reach out and grab you, my friend. And then now people are starting to wander around. I kind of want all of you to just come one by one and die by my hand if possible. I don't think that's asking for a lot, really. At the end of the day, I'm a pretty reasonable guy. But okay, 2 orbs of fire are dead. That means there's one more still hanging out somewhere here. Oh, and hey, speaking of cursed toes, how you going? Perfect. And there we go. Just you seeing me is exactly what we wanted. I'll take a killer clown as well, though. I think the 2 of you is in my wheelhouse here. Perfect. And we're just going to take our time again. As Ninth joked about earlier, it's a good thing that we're not currently playing a Meteorin, because we would definitely be running into some troubles with this strategy. But as is, it's probably the safest way to go about it. Thank you so much, Guillot HS, for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend, of course. So greedy, you'd have been content with just Orb Guardian? Yeah, no, I do have a very serious problem. Okay, I want this buddy to not be constrained by my hands, or just dead. That works too. Then I should be able to kill the toe on their own. I was hoping to let the Dreadlich become unconstricted so I could haul out of there and just take them with me. See, I was trying to go against that greediness and instead pare down my options a little bit, but the game just has it out for me in the best kind of a way. And I'll take it. Still the greed on my part that's the catalyst, of course. I just like to blame the game whenever I get given even the slightest opportunity. Said to the devs, no. In terms of all that general stuff, I'm very much happy with the state of the game across the board. I think I have a good time every time I'm on it. Why would there be stairs in the dungeon if not for dancing? if you're trying to, if anyone's trying to make dancing illegal in these parts, I mean, there was a documentary I once saw called Footloose that shows what happens when you try and outlaw dancing, my friends. It just doesn't work. The people, they got the dancing in them. Devs really hate stair dancing is your point? Fair enough. I try not to abuse it too much, but again, desperate times and all of that. We just need to survive here. But I do feel like that's a large part of where my greed stems from, is me just wanting to stair dance a little bit less. Because sure, you could stair dance each individual monster, but at the end of the day, I don't mind slumming it out. Oh, in fact, I forgot one of you down here. Hello, friend. Sorry, didn't stay around long enough for you to catch up. My bad, my bad. So no, I do feel it, and I mean, like, Tomb got around it for sure, where they made all of the stairwells one way, and that's terrifying. That's why Tomb is a nightmare to behold. But it definitely got the job done to a certain extent. But no, save it. I feel like Footloose has been on my mind. I watched the Kevin Bacon Hot Ones episode. Now it's all I think about. It haunts me in my dreams, but in the best way. Oh right, irradiate. That's, what am I doing? Trying to swing my little bladed staff at the giant golem made of pure unbridled electrical energy. That's not what you do there. You just irradiate them. You fight fire with fire whenever possible. Perfect. Alright, so we're still alive. Ain't that just the thing? Who knew that that would be the situation after dealing with the giant army on army fight? That was like the ending of every Marvel's movie ever, where we just had the huge armies bashing into each other, just smacking faces. The lightning golem was kicking our butt, indeed. And Footloose is always on your minds, don't worry. Perfect. I'm glad it's endemic to us all. Okay, I kind of want to swing a few times, but again, I probably should just irradiate. It's tough, because again, my brain tries to convince myself that, like, irradiate would work a lot better if I was surrounded by enemies, you know? But that's also scary. So why don't I just take the best of all worlds and just kill the dang thing, and then we can worry about getting fancy with it after the fact. That seems appropriate. But there we go, just back to the stairs to heal up real quick here. That's why all your Skya characters die. Oh, definitely fair enough. You gotta get the full screen just covered in paralyzed monsters with damage bond, because then you stab one of them and they all die. It's so cool and satisfying. I mean, sure, you should just kill everything individually, but how could you when that's your alternative? When you can have the ride of your life. Oh, jeez. I've miscast statue form twice in a row there. How about that? Well, I'll just murder you then, my friend. Take my anger out on the nearest Quicksilver Dragon. Perfect. Mana efficiency is better than winning. Oh, then I'm screwed. Because I am historically just absolute trash when it comes to mana efficiency. Or actually, no, not mana efficiency. I'm actually, never mind. I'm good at that because I always put myself into risky, scary situations just for the sweet, sweet expenditure of less mana. But what I'm bad at is just constantly using all of my mana up to get through a fight, thinking that there's no way that possibly backfires, and then all of a sudden 5 more terrifying creatures come around the corner, and then boy, do I feel like an idiot. But fortunately, that's a totally different ballgame than what we're talking about here, and we're totally in the clear in regards to mana efficiency. I got that one in the bag. And look at how empty our lungs are. You ever see a lung like this? I don't know. I don't think so. So let's reach out and grab you. gold dragons we can at least still murder with our bare hands. It's just these gosh darn golems of pure power that give us some trouble. I mean, they are energy contained in the large gargantuan form, so it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. But here, let's start here. Storm is very much not what I wanted. I was hoping for vitriol. So, we could still start with like a wand of acid, or we could just start irradiating, going ham. And I think maybe we'll go with column B. I'd like to kill you before we get too mutated if possible. Oh, I did contaminate myself to a large degree. Let's see, how are we doing? How are we looking? Sometimes lose the ability to read scrolls when taking damage, you son of a gun. Is it worth potentially losing my willpower? I think so. We're gonna give it a shot. Once more can read scrolls when threatened, and we didn't lose willpower? Just pure positive? Heck yeah, buddy. Have full health again, still have willpower. I mean, we never didn't have it. It's exactly what we expected, of course. Never a doubt in my mind. You just gotta trust the mutation scrolls sometime, believe in the heart of the flask. Pretty easy to do when we're believing in the heart of the cards this whole time. Fantastic stuff. Or tabbing both of those two are contenders for your totem animal. Or in your case, just going as you have, or just owing as you have 9-0 and 0. Yeah. Where are all the Zot traps? See, we already faced all of them in that little vault that we entered in Swamp 2 with the line of Zot traps. That was enough Zot traps for a lifetime. Fortunate for us. Oops, no, don't walk into that. Again, this is why I like to auto-explore, because my own brain will oftentimes do the most stupid things. Truly incredible, the levels of idiocy that one human mind can bring to bear. Honestly, just impressive. But looking pretty solid here as we just finish off the Orb Guardians. Still could get some more alarm traps popping off. I'm curious how many enemies are still around since the majority of them came our way. But let's think about this for a brief moment. We have no blink scrolls left. If we do a telly thing here, we could end up getting thrown into this area. As long as we're in this half of the lung down here, no problem. We're close enough to a permanent teleport trap that I'm happy to walk into those. Up here, similar story. I feel like they're widely dispersed well enough for us to reach one in due time. So, you know, yeah, I'm probably happy to just do a teleport shenanigan right now. Okie dokie. How many hastes? We have 3 hastes. So it's okay. It's pretty decent for getting away from any panlords or whatnot as we're trying to make our escape. We also still have a decent number of summoning cards, some destruction. Tomb isn't the best against a panlord, just because we'd like to get the heck out of dodge, but as long as we have the space, then it should be okay. Should it be helpful at the very least. Okie dokie. Let's read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna do 6 this time because I'm feeling paranoid. And let's pick that up. Should have gone statue form as well, but here we go, folks. And he's off. He's on his way to the surface. He's making a run for it. He's gonna make it. Should I try and kill you, or should I just run? Such is always the question. It's gonna be hard to run away, unfortunately. Gosh, I hate Hell Sentinels. Let's instead deal 4 destruction and see what happens. We get Orb. We also change it into an Ice Fiend. Am I happy about that? I don't know. You have 9 health. You could die to an Orb of Destruction. Oh, so close. And you know what? We're just gonna lob you one of these instead. Perfect. And now take me away once more. Not too shabby. With reading telly before picking up the orb, you get 1 extra teleport. Did not expect me to survive that combat earlier. Oh, didn't we all have our doubts? I mean, it's understandable. You know, if you didn't know me and the fact that I never don't have it, you might be convinced that there's even a chance of our loss, but fortunately, not today. But okay, this buddy does not have any spells. It is very fast, which is kind of annoying. There's also Nekoxek on its tail, so that's too bad. I got it. You've said it the whole time. Thanks, Cocktail. I appreciate it. Should we not be in statue while we're running? We shouldn't be. Because technically, even if it helps us when something suddenly pops out of the blue, it does slow down, which means double the summons. So it definitely is a good point there. Maybe losing the ability to read scrolls when threatened is actually a good mutation, as it encourages to read scrolls before it's too late. It's helpful for the training phase then. Still not exactly ideal for when the going gets tough. And I'm thinking, I mean, we can probably kill this guy. 50 damage and knockback. The issue is just how fast they are. In fact, okay, we failed our radiate. That's a bit of a shame. Unfortunately, we didn't really get the option to run away. The video and audio seem to be out of sync. Oh no. Is that the case for anyone else? Definitely let me know if it's a problem across the board. Let's deal for destruction. Pain probably doesn't do a lot. Orb doesn't do a heck of a lot. Hum-de-dum. Probably want to slow this slow this down rather. Thank you, JPlay, for the confirmation. See, I might be on your end, Colgate, or if still let me know if other people are experiencing it across the board at all. But okie dokie, for our friend here, let's bring out Box of Beasts. If you could just slow them down a bit. Or not, that's cool too. Let's Scroll of Summoning. Wow, that is not a good batch of summons. Oof. Gosh darn it. 50 damage. If we roll low on our stuff, it's not exactly great. So let's just start summoning some of our own buddies here. I mean, that's not bad. Also need more close-ups of the beard, but you know. Actually, I did just finally get around to trimming it a little bit. It's not ideal. It takes like 2 passes to get one of my trims to feel right. It's still just a bit too much here, but nice. I'm glad, Colgate, that it's gone fixed up. That's perfect. Let's throw out another batch of summons here. Of course, we get, oh gosh, not the bees. And to finish it off, what can we do here? What happened to your health when you refreshed? Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, who could say? I didn't expect this buddy to hit quite as hard up front, but apparently it is a bit of a concern. So what do we wish to do? I probably should, regardless, just be hasted. Oh, please don't step next to me. Oh, dang it. I was hoping that we'd be able to enclose ourselves with Tomb. Oh, gosh. We have fun here. I didn't even want to fight you. I was trying to run away. We should have read Teleport way earlier and just avoided this son of a gun, but I got concerned. Well, and I was kind of confused because I thought that just the 50 damage and knockback should have been manageable. Turns out not so much. But let's deal for escape, and I need exile. I mean, elixir's okay too, don't get me wrong, but I need exile. Cast Blink then Tomb. Oh right, we have this kind of blink. I'm a dum-dum. Okay. I kind of want Buddy to come down this way. I always forget when I actually have the castable blink. I thought I was in a nightmare situation there. It should have just done that earlier. Of course. Would have read Telly earlier if I still had the can't read scrolls mutation. You do have a point there. Very likely would have. But okay, let us squeeze around here real quick. And I think we're gonna try to sneak in here. Oh gosh, nope. Accept thy falls, thou logger-headed pallid vessel. Rude. No you. But okay, let's instead take you out here, my friend. We're gonna... Oh, I don't want to use up all of our cards, but I'm tempted to. I guess now we could read Telly and hope that we wind up in a half-decent position. Let's read Telly early. Then lead you out this way. Perfect. Now go just slow enough. In fact, take me... Oh gosh. Why are you back here, my friend? Oh me oh my. This one Pan Lord is just going to be a thorn in our side, apparently. Why is that Pan Lord so scary? I don't know. Honestly, looking at them, they don't have a lot going for them. They're very fast, which is kind of a pain. But I thought we could take the hits a little more consistently. Unfortunately, not so much the case, but it looks like we might have to kill you. Part of the issue is these ice clouds. I mean, I don't have the best cold resistance game. So maybe. Here, let's haste. Let us... We have potions of resistance. Yes, we have many. What else do we wish to do? We cannot copy you. We could one of acid to try and reduce your armor class, but I think your armor class isn't even that good. It's mostly your evasion. Irradiate probably does do pretty well for us here if I just use it. So let's just stop trying to get so fancy here, and we're just going to try and blast this son of a gun. That's real close. BBC does reduce evasion, so yeah, if we have to do any actual striking of our own, we'll definitely want to do that. As is, do we just want to throw out more summons? I could just risk the contamination levels to kill you, and I think we're going to go with column B here. What are my odds of hitting you? You have a 59% chance to evade me. That's not good. You're resistant to cold, but that's it. Wait, electricity? Was electricity on that list? It was indeed. Didn't that willpower and risk of slow thing earlier of cold resist? It does, yeah. I mean, I'm fine here with just drinking the resistance potion and going up to 2 pips. I think that that's okay. What's worse that can happen from high contamination? It's just mutations, so... It's probably not the end of the world. The issue now is that I am currently not a statue, which means our AC is quite poor. And this son of gun is on our tail for sure. So the question is, do we go for one final irradiate and irradiate to end all irradiates? Oh, it's risky in its own right. I guess if we're taking a little over 50 damage per turn, we'll probably have at least 2 turns. Because basically I'm thinking in regards to drinking that one magic potion we have kicking around. We've had one magic potion this whole game, and it might have been just for this very moment. Alternatively, we just blast. Phantom Mirror is already used up, unfortunately, Saint. Otherwise, though, I do like it as an idea. Oh no, that is not bad then. Just convert to Jivia and take care of them. That is true. That's the best mutation strategy in the game. Okie dokie. Let's irradiate one last time. Murders this son of a gun in cold blood, and then get the heck out of here. Goodbye. I said good day, sir. Oh, we have fun. Hey, kids. What would our Zot trip be if not for a near-death scenario? You gotta have some fun, you know? Gotta keep the people's blood flowing. Don't want people falling asleep mid-orb run or anything silly like that, of course. And no, there is no middle ground. It's either at constant risk of death or walk in the park. This we know to be true. But okie dokie, let's... Want to heal up, my friend? If you could just back off for a second. Perfect. Take me away. Tremorstone actually wouldn't have been too bad against that guy because they largely had evasion and not AC. Drain Magic, Call Down Damnation, and Poison Cloud. Hit for 58 damage plus Distorting Touch. Oh gosh, why did I step next to you? I was not paying attention is the short answer. You are not fast though. So I'm gonna blink. Do you have any range? Do you have Call Down Damnation? Which is definitely ranged. Could quaff our last haste. Or we could just blink again and hope we land somewhere good? Somewhere better? Perfect. Now I want to give up my transformation. Oh, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that's not what I tried to do. Oh, gosh. I went to exsanguinate instead. Whoopsie daisies. What I wanted to do, you see, game, was get rid of statue form. But as is, Buddy isn't fast. We have some bodies in the way. I can just walk away. That's the right decision. Perfect. And now let's get back on the road again. Why don't we? And you, my friend, can come hang out here real quick. Oh, we got some angels come in. Well, then let's just do our usual routine here instead. I would like to be brilliant. I would like to be definitely hasted. Mighty, I mean, obviously. Invisible, so it's a bit of a subtle show of strength. I love it. And is there anything else? I mean, I'd love to attract people, so let's quaff that bad boy real quick. And last but not least, we could Fear Scroll. I guess we want to kill you. We want to exsanguinate. Go bloodless here. Unfortunately, we can't tree and leave the dungeon. Otherwise, I would, Colgate. Otherwise, I would. But hey, there we go, finally. After all this time. I mean, of course, after this one run, our first and only vampire run that we ever endeavored on, we get the victory. Thank you, Bruquet. It's been quite the ride. There was a trend with our vampires, all first try jokes aside. There's been a trend with our vampires where they had some of the stickiest situations. So many, like, one-hit deaths. I wonder what that's about, because I feel like Deep Elves, it kind of made sense why we struggled. Vampire, I expected to be difficult, but not like this. First try with a gamer. Exactly. No, definitely. All this is just hypothetical rambling, because we, of course, didn't waste countless vampires' lives and have so much stress every single week for the past couple months. Instead, we just binked it, no problem. But there we go. Let's get the heck out of Dodge, shall we? Congratulations to Bridge from Helsing, is that what Bruquet means? I just took it as the fourth name from what we do in the shadows that I hadn't actually used up yet, because Peter, Viago, and I think I have it written down. Who am I missing? And Vladislav. We're all used already, but there we go. I knew we could do it before running out of fictional vampires. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for the GGs. I definitely appreciate it. And there we go, added into the Hall of Fame here. I like that pretty much all my top results are characters from this series that have made it on through. Yeah, it's German for bridge. Nice. But there we go, we are finished Vampire. I think we'll keep going for a little bit longer today. I kind of expected that we'd be finishing this run kind of mid-stride here, so we'll probably jump in for at least the start of Demigod, and we'll take a look as to what we can come to expect from the rest of our upcoming weeks. But before we do so, I'm going to take just a brief break here, run out and grab a refill for my drink, and then we'll be ready to hop right into it and see how it goes. So don't go anywhere, and I'll see you in just a second.